Hello, everybody. Welcome to Truth Broadcasting. I am the host of this program, Mr. Truth Dare, because I dare to always and forever, at least as long as I can still be on the air, tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. This is, by the way, the broadcast that has the very real potential to clear up every brainwashed mind, at least in these United States, possibly the world. But I do need your help. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. All these things, comment as much as you want. All these things help to get the message circulated so that others who need to hear will hear. So please do all these things. Help with this. Oh, folks, I'm telling you, it's worse than I even thought. I knew that there was and is, as we speak, or as I speak, an economic war being waged on the people of this world. All throughout the world, this is going on. It's not just here. This is World War III right here. An economic war, a food war, an energy war being waged against the people of this world. We are actively right now in World War III. We didn't realize it, but we are. And it appears that World War IV may well be looming on the horizon. It's worse than I thought. I was listening this morning to a news video, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it's called 60 Minutes Australia. And I got so angry within the first 5 minutes, not because of the newscaster, but because of the things that I'm hearing coming from the Chinese. It's bad. This fella was telling this man that if we do what we really should do and go to bat for Taiwan to keep them free and democratic, for lack of a better word, I really don't like using that word because it's so political, to keep them free, we'll just put it that way, that we will see at the hands of the Chinese military and all of our allies as well, Armageddon times 3. I'm saying that because he repeated it 3 times. So, folks, I got news for you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what we should do. Either way it goes, we're screwed. Because we cannot show or display fear, because that is going to be seen by the Chinese military as a sign of weakness, which it will be. But if we do what we must do and display strength and power, we are very likely going to see drones all over the place. I mean, the fact of the matter is, with technology being now what it is, they don't have to come over here with bomber planes and bomb civilians. They really don't. And neither do we with them. Only thing we have to do is send drones to do the work for us. And don't think that they won't do it, because there's no doubt in my mind they will. And likely we would too. It's bad, folks. It's bad. It's coming. We cannot deny it. I mean, if we don't do anything to help Taiwan, then they're going to know that they can come in and just invade very easily. If we do help Taiwan, then the invasion will be one likely of drones to take as many people out as possible before they come in with the physical invasion of Chinese troops. So it looks to me like we're kind of just caught between a rock and a hard place. What do we do? Pray is the number one thing to do, but equally as important as prayer is ensuring that you have what you need in a hopefully safe place as much as possible. Now, I don't know what your situation is, but I'm sure there are some people in very similar situation to mine, if not the same one. You don't have any way to get anything anywhere. There is quite a bit of food and other things at my bug out location, and probably enough to last for the winter, but I have, within recent weeks, I bought like a lot of money worth of rice. We'll just put it that way. I ain't gonna say how much. I may wind up having to leave it behind. I've got a decision to make. Am I going to physically walk with a pushcart 80 pounds of rice at a time 10 miles away or more, or am I going to leave it behind? That's going to be a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of effort. I mean, just walking that much weight. And then part of the trek is going to be straight uphill for, I don't know, probably about a mile, and then downhill about the same amount. Am I even going to be able to do that? I don't know. Am I going to be willing to do all that? I don't know. I've said in the past I would do it, but at this point, I don't know. May wind up having to just leave a lot of this stuff here for somebody else that thinks that's going to be safe and wise to stay in the city. I don't know. At any rate, I do know that the lords and lady are with me. They have always been there for me. They're not going to stop being there for me now. That I am not concerned about. I am concerned about money for the time being, and you should be too. I'm going to tell you why. This woman, politician, Omar woman, could very well wind up being confirmed as a new vice president. Could. I don't know if she will or not, but it could happen. She is already claiming that the Federal Reserve should take control of everybody's bank accounts. Not, that's my bank account, it's my money. I don't want anyone in control of it but me. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to start getting my check cashed, since Domino's does not have direct deposit, or the franchise company that I work for anyway, does not have direct deposit. So I thought that was kind of odd, but I think now it's a good thing. I'm going to start getting that paper check cashed at a check cashing place. Even if I have to pay a fee, that's fine. I'm not concerned about it. All of my money, or most of my money anyway, is going to go on a prepaid credit card. That's what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do. Personally, I would suggest you do the same thing. It sounds to me like it's going to be maybe safer than having your money in a bank at this point. Other than the very real potential for bail-ins and the bank stealing your money when the dollar completely dies, which it is on the verge of doing. Let me tell you something, folks. It is on the verge of dying. The only thing at this point that is giving the dollar any value at all is the faith of the American people in its purchasing power. And the American people are very rapidly losing faith in the purchasing power of the dollar, as has the majority of the world. Doesn't really have any faith in the purchasing power of the dollar anymore either. So it's going to die very soon. And when it does, the banks are going to steal your money from you if you have any money in there. And when they do reopen, it's likely going to be called something else and will be worth a lot less than what you had before. So get as much of it out of there as you can and bury it under the cover of darkness, late, somewhere where nobody knows where it is except for you. Why should you do this? Put something also on it that you can mark it with that doesn't look odd to anyone. You should do this because if you don't, you're not going to have any money. I personally, it might actually be a good idea at this point, while you can still do it, to just go ahead and start buying fractional silver. And copper as well. 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, full ounce. Because we're going to need something that's going to still be of value to use as currency when all this happens. I would also recommend semi-precious stones if you can find them, if you can get them affordably. Look around in your city and nearby areas, see if there are any semi-precious stone shops where you can go to buy them. That would be a lot better than trying to do it online. They're probably going to be cheaper. These also can be used as money, as barter and trading items. Why? Because they're pretty. And women, especially, are going to always want to have something pretty that they can put on their body. And men are going to always be wanting to buy them something pretty or trade for something pretty for them. So these things are going to always have value. I would suggest either buying them in the form of jewelry or buying jewelry kits and making jewelry, like earrings, maybe even rings if possible, necklaces, things along those lines, bracelets. These are going to always be little trinkets of value, always. So that's where we have it. That's what's going on. There are things that we can do. It's a battle of the witty versus the dim-witted. Do not fall into the dim-witted category. Already gone into 13 minutes. I know a lot of people are not going to listen to this, even though they should. So, there you have it. That's what's going on. That's what we have likely coming, and this is what we need to do. So, till next time, Mr. Truth there, signing out.